We've got more FM26 news, official news from the horse's mouth, as Football Manager have tweeted the following. Our biggest UI upgrade in a generation. They have dropped a video, a 3 minutes 47 seconds video, all about showing off, showcasing the upgrade to the user interface. I've not watched this yet, so we're going to watch this together for the first time. You're going to get my live reaction, lucky you guys, and we'll have a look at what it looks like. This to me feels like one of the biggest things that I've been waiting for in terms of news about what FM is going to look like. Of course, we've seen the new graphics engine in action. We saw the Premier League license being teased as well. I'm aware that I haven't reacted or done a video about the graphics engine yet. We'll talk about that in today's video as well. But first and foremost, let's have a look. Okay, so here we go then. FM26.
Changing the game with a refreshed UI.
We actually have a bit of a voiceover then on this video here, which will actually explain things in a little bit more detail. Something to note as well, it does say at the bottom left here, representative UI, final experience may differ. And obviously at the moment it's kind of zoomed in. So I'm hoping they do zoom out and give us a view of what FM's actually going to look like without all of the fancy graphics going around it. But let's have a listen to what they've got to say.
Every element of your career meets a visual identity that's tailor-made for the modern manager.
Is there anything we can see in there? Tailor-made for the modern manager. Is there... This is like a news panel. So we've had a big discussion actually in the last video that I did, which was all about how they had the tiles and panels system that apparently they've moved away from. I wonder if they'll go into any detail about that in today's video. This to me looks like a tile or a panel, whichever one it was.
Tailor-made for the modern manager.
Manager of the month, Brighton, etc.
FM26, football belongs to you and your vision.
Okay.
Every lineup tweak, transfer negotiation, and slice of dressing room drama shapes your season.
Yep, that's fine.
User interface is where you make it.
Confirmed. There is a continue button.
It all happen.
Dropping these features. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Research into how you truly navigate your career.
All right, so listening to community feedback and deep research into how you truly navigate your careers. This is now our first look at what the portal. Is this what it looks like this year? Because they said they're listening to community feedback, which Miles touched upon in the interviews that he did, and basically said that they'd reverted back to the old way of doing things with an emails inbox. And this to me looks like that emails inbox, as opposed to, was it a mobile phone they were talking about? They said they're going to bring it to the modern era with WhatsApp and things. This looks like it's back to email. Let's see what they say though.
A game-changing new UI for FM26. Condensing complex screens and menus into tiles and cards. Okay, so we've still got tiles and cards. We're definitely still going to have that. It does look different. Is this, that to me, if we just go back to this screen here, this looks more like Football Manager, I think, than some of the screenshots that we were shown for FM25, where lots of people looked at it and thought, this looks like a console game. This looks like an Xbox game. We've got now a top bar as opposed to a sidebar, but we still have our emails here, and we've got these, which I'm assuming then are tiles that you can actually click on. So if I wanted to go and see our fixtures, you would click here to be able to see the fixtures, calendar. You've got the league table here, look. But you can still go, if you want to, go and click into your squad, click into recruitment, which will be then your transfers and things, and everything up here. That feels like Football Manager to me. They do have a search bar as well, which was in one of the interviews that Miles did, where he said that basically they realized they couldn't get to things and it wasn't working. And one of the reasons they had to scrap FM25 was because they didn't have the ability to navigate through the game. I'm looking at this and thinking I sort of intuitively know what to do, even though it does look different. So if I'm like, oh, I want to change my squad, I go to squad. If I want to do my tactics, go to match day. If I want to go and sign a player, go to recruitment. If I want to then I've also got the option to click on things here. I don't know. Having listened to what they've said before, maybe I'm over explaining something that is so simple, but this does feel like something they've talked about a lot, especially in those interviews that Miles did. We did a video where we went through one of those interviews together, didn't we? Let's see what they've said. For FM26.
So tiles and cards.
Condensing complex screens and menus into tiles and cards.
Okay.
It's clear, accessible, and makes diving into the detail that matters most to you easier than ever. Let's take a closer look.
Okay, here we go then. Closer look.
The redesigned navbar covers your key areas of responsibility.
I don't think this was in in FM25. I'm trying to remember back, and maybe now if I put on the screen the screenshot that we got of FM25, I don't think there was a top bar in there, or what they've called a nav bar here. I'm pretty sure. We've also got sub sections here, look, which is that when you click into recruitment you get these here? I assume it is, right? I think this is different and a change they've made from 25.
From recruitment to shaping your tactics to locking in those last-minute matchday changes. All in one, easy-to-navigate space. This evolution from the traditional sidebar is all about faster access to the heart of your FM.
Okay, so you still get like a big drop down here, look, if you want to. And yeah, they've acknowledged it here. It's an evolution from the traditional sidebar that we had to now a top nav bar, as they've called it. That's actually an old school thing, isn't it? Older FMs had the top bar.
The nav bar brings all the strategic depth you'd expect from FM.
Okay, so that's kind of how it works. Like, you can click on this and you get all of them here. If you click the little arrow, you get the drop down menu.
And smarter than ever. Navigating over a section smoothly reveals a sub-menu right there when you need to dig a little deeper.
As I just said.
Portal is your one-stop shop for the key happenings in your FM universe. Each card is an invitation to explore, unlocking more layers of detail to delve into. Being a football manager means being across every facet.
Okay, so here's what I've talked about then. So they've got the panels and the tiles, or what do they call them? Do they call them tiles? The portal is your one-stop shop for the key happenings. Each card, they've called these cards, so you can click into these cards and it will take you into your fixtures by clicking on it, I assume.
Unlocking more layers of deep of a busy club, and that means plenty of messages, all vying for your time and attention. FM26's fresh portal system means you're seamlessly in control, interlinking messages, results, news, the calendar, and beyond in one digestible hub.
I wonder if there's stuff in here that I'm missing, basically. Brian Gruder's in the game.
Streamlined, discoverable, and just one click away. Of course, no game is the same, and every manager has their unique style.
I wonder if this is, what's this? Is this the match?
Football in passions.
Or is it me? I've just clicked into to be able to see it.
Tactical innovation, or dominating the elite in the transfer market, FM26 is tailored to your priorities, your way.
Okay, so the main takeaway I'm seeing from this is that we do get this card system, which will probably take quite a bit of getting used to, I'd imagine, in that it won't be the natural way that we play the game where you click into things and then it takes you to another one, then takes you to another one. I think my regular way, which I'm hoping is it still works, is that then I would go to this top bar and I would go to the squad and then I'd find a player and then I go and do whatever I need to with that player. And if I go to my tactics, I want to go to match day and go to tactics screen, etc. I wonder if actually it might end up being faster and you'll learn all the different ways of navigating to then go into these things here. You look at your team report and make a tweak. You look at the league table, you look at the results, blah, blah, blah. And it takes you from one place to another. But I'm assuming that was their plan for 25. It didn't work, and what they've done now is it a bit of an amalgamation of both of them, where we've now got the old school way of playing with your nav bar, but also you still have your tiles and your cards to do the new way. Yeah, I was going to mention the bookmarks. Looks like you can choose customize which ones come up in this bookmark section here. I was about to mention that. Up here, look, you've got bookmarks. And I wonder if that means that you can choose which things you want as almost like quick links. So if you wanted to put your tactics screen on here, you put your tactics screen here, and then you don't have to go to match day tactics to get there. Or if you just want your squad here, you can just put your squad here maybe.
To your priorities, your way. Real world, adapting how you view the beautiful game.
Yes, you can change it.
The features you use most are always within easy reach, bespoke for your playstyle.
Or you can either change it, or the ones that you use most end up being on here, almost like most used buttons that you can click.
Change your bookmarks.
Oh, you can change them. There you go. You can change them. I just need to let him explain it. He's explaining everything that I'm sort of thinking, which is cool.
Scouting out the opposition's key threats or sizing someone up for the transfer market.
Okay, there's a little look at our squad screen there. I don't think we've seen a squad screen before. Do we have the ability to edit these ones? Which different view? We still have our views. This looks similar, so you can still go and drop. You can see your contracts and things from here. This looks, I mean, we've got nice little boxes around things now. That's different, isn't it? Is there anything else that we can take from this? By the way, watching this video, if there are things that you're spotting that I've missed on first viewing, this is my first time looking at this, please drop them in the comments down below, because there might be stuff in there that you've noticed, like that's really important that I've not seen. So put them in the comments down below.
Our innovative streamlined take on player reports.
Oh, look, player profile screen. Anything in here, maybe to do with roles, inside winger. That's different, right? It's not an inverted winger, that's an inside winger. So that's a different role there. Playmaking winger as well. Look, there is definitely little Easter eggs we can pick out from here. So the Cowan and Matoma, is there any new attributes in there? I'm assuming not. We've got technical, set pieces, mental, physical, and your goalkeeper rating. Again, I'm wondering if there's things that are missing on this screen here. There probably is. In playmaking winger and inside winger, though, is new to me.
Performance and profile information, a breeze. With enhanced details unlocked with just a click.
wonder if you can click on each individual attribute there. It had a little box around them.
Critical information without fuss. It's also about your gateway to becoming a better equipped and more complete football manager.
Am I being harsh here in that them showing us that there's a search function almost as like a feature is a bit... Woo! There's a search bar! Yeah, I'd hope there was, to be honest.
To clubs, players, coaches, and other areas of the game, Search Now also surfaces an unrivaled collection of guides, support, and insights from our FMpedia.
Okay, so they've got a thing here called FMpedia, which is like a Wikipedia for, it's almost like a help guide. I wonder if this is to help try and onboard newer players, which Football Manager is really tricky for a newer player. I'm sure loads of you have started playing the game as a new player and thought to yourself, this is wild, I have no idea what's going on. That's maybe what this is all about, so that you can find out about things, what they've called the FMpedia.
If you're an intrepid first-timer or returning to the franchise after some time out.
Yeah, kind of what I just said.
It's all about building a deeper relationship to the beautiful game, from tactics to terminology, no matter where you are on your football journey.
Okay.
You can just dive in with Search. And it all comes back to the portal. Everything connects here. Every part of your footballing vision now united, accessible and customizable on your terms.
Okay.
Our redesigned UI for FM26 means clarity without compromise. It's all the depth and knowledge you expect, but simpler to access. More intuitive to navigate and crafted smarter to serve the future of football management.
All right, I don't feel like there was...
to experience it. Step into the dugout. It's time to change the game.
Okay, still wish list now. I feel like there's lots in there that you can kind of take away from this, but also at the same time, you could probably watch this entire video and go, I kind of knew all of it. I am happy. I think my initial first, without really thinking about it too much, initial reaction is that looks like Football Manager to me. It looks quite clean. It looks like a UI that is friendly to go and use. I feel like I can play the game immediately. Is my mind blown? Probably not, but I don't think it needs to be from the UI, especially when you compare that with the graphics engine that we've seen, which I think was really impressive. We never did talk about this on this channel, but this video came out showing us the match engine, the first look reveal of our, not the match engine, but the graphics engine in the match day experience. And I think this is a huge step forward. I've seen some really, I think I've seen a lot of people very happy with the way it looks. I've seen a lot of people also being critical, but I think that is always going to happen with any game these days, the world that we live in. I'm really happy with the steps forward they've made here. I've also seen, there's probably a discussion we need to have as well at some point about the idea that this is still built off the FM24 match engine. I'm saying it now. That's good news. That is what we want. And I say this. I'm going to put my stall out and say there will obviously be new aspects of this match engine. And it will look even better now that it's with this graphics engine or with this graphical update that they've put in as well. I am not worried about the fact that it's not a completely newly built match engine. A newly built match engine is a recipe for disaster. The FM20, the Football Manager match engine itself is one of the most advanced match engines in any football game anyway. I am not concerned about that. I'm actually quite excited about it is where I kind of stand on it. I think this is going to make playing the game that much more realistic. And if you're one of those people that says, I don't care about graphics, I play in 2D Classic anyway, also great. This is still going to be great for you, right? I think there's absolutely loads to be really, really positive about FM26. So far, it's ticking a lot of boxes. I will always say, though, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and you can kind of only really make a definitive decision about the game when you actually play it yourself. When you actually play a Football Manager save for a season, 2 seasons, get into it and think, how does this feel? How am I feeling in the game? Am I locked into the world that I'm trying to create in a manager simulation game? Then you can kind of say whether it's a good game or not. I think all of these little updates, all of these changes, all of the things they've shown us for FM26, I'm pretty excited. That's where I am anyway. The other bit of news before I finish off today's video is that the Steam page for FM26 has officially updated, and that means there is officially a release date for FM26. It's confirmed, it's actually happening, although they did say this about FM25. But still, this is good news. There's also the price on there. It's $44.99. There's 10% off if you pre-purchase, as well as, of course, as always, creators will have their own links, which will offer a slightly bigger discount and also support the creator. I am no different. I have one of those links. The link will be in the description of today's video. If you want to support me by using my link and getting more money off in turn, FM26, of course, I'd love for you to go and do that. The link is in the description. The game, though, is releasing on the 4th of November. We'll also have a period of being able to play the game before that, which they'll either call early access or a beta period, or we'll find out exactly how they go about doing that. But the 4th of November, 2025, FM26 is officially coming out. And I think, I'm going to say it, I think we can officially start to get excited. Use my link if you want to go and pre-purchase, or not if you want to wait. It's up to you guys. But I think there's some good news to take from today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more FM26 news when it comes out, as well as some really fun videos new coming out before this stage 2, finishing off our time with FM24. As always, have a lovely rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.